everybody, it's Christina from Creations with Christina and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be making a card using images that I cut out from my Doodlebug Cricut cartridge, and this is an oldie but goodie Cricut cartridge. And I just really, when I was doing my last video talking about party hats and I wanted to do a some more birthday cards, I decided to go ahead and play with this little image right here and design a card. And I cut this all out with pattern paper, and this is from the Basic Gray. It's a Kelly Perky paper pad. It's called Mon Ami, and really cute papers in this, and I'm not sure if it's even still available. I've had this for quite some time. If it is, I will definitely link it below in the supplies list, but I'm just going to kind of set this aside for right now, and I'll come back to that in a few minutes. I am going to do a little watercoloring, so I pulled out my Tim Holtz watercolor paper, and I recently picked up, and I didn't show this in a haul video, but it'll probably show up in my February haul video for the end of the month. But this is the watercolor set that I know a lot of people have been using and really liking, and I had picked it up, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce this because I can't. So anyway, but I pulled out a couple, I picked out two colors I thought would be good with the pattern paper. One of them is this kind of pearly white color, and the other one is this kind of a mustardy yellow, butterscotchy kind of color. So we're going to create a background with this, and I'm going to pull out my water here. And actually, I'm just going to grab this board that I have for when I do some watercoloring, and it just so I don't have to keep taking my mat in and out. So I'm just going to use the smooth side of my watercolor paper and give this a good wash of water. A little fuzzy stuck on there. And then I'm going to go in with my mustard yellow color here, and I'm going to really put a lot of water in this because I want it to be kind of a fairly light color. I don't want it to be too dark, and wetting it a little bit more will help make it a softer color. So I am just kind of putting a wash of color right in the center. It's not any particular way or anything like that. I'm just really just kind of playing with that watercoloring and kind of giving a nice little background. I'm going to take the kind of pearlized white color, and I'm going to go right over that and add a nice wash of color with this too, and it'll give it this really cool pearl look, which I tested out and it looks really cool. So I'm just going to kind of wash this color on and make sure that I got that pearl color spread out everywhere I want it to be. And then I'm just going to set this aside now to dry. While that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and put together my little image here. And I am just going to start at one end and work my way over. I have my favorite little glue pen for doing these kind of things. It's the Zig point. It's like a ballpoint pen glue. And I am just kind of dabbing it on the back, and then I'll start layering this. Alright, so there's my little party hats all put together. Super cute. I'm going to go ahead and heat set this background, and can you see the pearl in there? I absolutely just love that. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish drying this with my heat gun. Alright, now that that's all dry, I'm going to do a little die cutting. Of course, you guys know I'm obsessed with my stitched dies. So I have a Simon Says stamp die. This is from a stamp or die set that I don't have the packaging here right now, but I will definitely link the information below. And we're just going to go ahead and die cut this on my Big Shot. Alright, so my die cutting is all done. I'm just going to go ahead and add a few more details. I'm going to be putting my little party hats right in the center of the stitched piece, but I'm going to add my sentiment, which I'm just using Happy Birthday, which comes from another Simon Says stamp another Simon Says stamp set. It's called the Celebrate, and I'm just using Happy Birthday from that, and I'm going to stamp that right below those little party hats. So again, cobblestone, one of my favorite colors now for stamping out sentiments. Just going to go ahead and ink this up. I'm going to stamp this right in the center of my watercolor piece. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop up my little party hats. But before I do that, I want to add some twine. I pulled out this twine from Lawn Fun, but I think I actually want to grab a different one. So we're just going to go ahead and tie a little bow on here. Let's see. So I just added some foam adhesive to the back of my little party hats, which I'm going to put right above my Happy Birthday sentiment. And then I am going to adhere this down to my card base. I'm going to use a piece of craft cardstock that I'm going to cut down at 5.5 inches. And then I'm going to score it at 4 1/4 using my handy dandy score buddy. So we'll just score this at 4 1/4. And that creates our standard A2 size card. I'm going to add some foam adhesive to the back of my watercolor paper, and I'm going to load this up pretty good because it did get warped from adding the water and the watercolor. So you just want to make sure when you're doing watercoloring, you want to make sure you add a lot of adhesive so then it doesn't look like, you know, it's all warped from the water. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere this right to the craft cardstock. I have tons of veneers that I just seem to never use, so I thought I would start making it a goal to get some of these used. And I'm going to add some of these smaller hearts. I believe these may have come from Freckled Fawn, maybe? I don't know, I've had them for a while. Let's actually use a different size. Alright, so you can put this, adhere these down with some kind of liquid adhesive. You want to use something like Tombow or Glossy Accents or even the Multi-Matte Medium. So I'm just going to lay these on here before I adhere them down just to see where I want them. And that looks pretty good. You can even use sequins on this too, and maybe even enamel dots if you're looking to use those up. I know I have tons of everything there. Alright, so that is my card. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, a list of supplies are down below in the YouTube description and on my blog if you want to check them out. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.